All right, and our next speaker is here, and I see you. I just gotta have you unmute.
Yep, there we go.
Awesome. All right,
Hello.
the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. What an honor to follow Kenji. I've been following him for so many years. It's great to be here. Hello, everyone. I have a little bit about my story. I'm Deidre, and I've been a divine channel for 20 conscious years. But prior to that, I felt like my life was um, pretty normal and enjoying it for the most part. But I think at a certain point, I found that there was like a little voice that said, there's something more that you should be doing. Although I don't think they really talk about should, but I put my human perspective on it. And so around 2004, I had a dark night of the soul and I completely crashed. And I found a meditation technique about a year later. So it was really difficult. I couldn't feel, I felt so numb. It was really, really challenging. But I found a meditation technique, Kriya Yoga, and I followed it. And within a couple of weeks, I started to channel um, information from myself from my third eye. That's a fancy name, I think, for what it really felt like initially, which was my imagination. I saw this book here. I don't know if you can see it. This book in my imagination already written, and I hadn't written it yet. But then with that, I got this divine guidance of instruction of you will write a book, my clairaudience opening. So this was because of the Kriya Yoga meditation. I did write this book and publish it. And the publisher became a spiritual mentor, and he worked with Yogananda, the avatar saint, who brought Kriya Yoga to us. So this was all happening around 2004, 2005, 2006. I published that book, and I knew my life had become miraculous. I really didn't have anyone to talk to about it, but that was okay because I knew deep inside that I had connected with this calling. And now come to find out 20 years later, people get this. So I don't think you have to have a really tragic spiritual awakening anymore. But, if you're here, you're awakened, continuing to awaken like I am. And one of the things I found through working with people is that I could connect with past lives. So my talk today is about past lives through the chakras. I got guided after being trained in angel reading to work with people as an intuitive life coach. And Spirit said, work with the chakras. So this was 2010. And I dove in, not logically knowing what I was doing, but I was guided. So I was with the root chakra, just doing this whole thing for 4 weeks with people, and then they'd sign up for another 4 weeks. And I didn't really know that much about marketing. And people were finding me, and I just knew that this was something after a while was undeniable. Years and years and years. I mean, just amazing. And it didn't matter what I called it, people resonated with it. And so what I was doing is I was intuitively and energetically connecting with their energy centers and being able to excavate the trauma, the false beliefs, not just from this lifetime, but from prior lifetimes. Okay, so I want to talk about that a little bit. In your 7 main energy centers, you have different situations and scenarios. You may be familiar with them. And I think there's different teachings, but this is what I received direct from Spirit. And so we're talking about our past life through the root chakra, for instance. Just imagine that, say, the root chakra has to do with family issues, right? Whether you feel grounded, whether you feel on purpose, your level of security, stability. So some of the things you're experiencing now are not just your own experiences. You could have picked them up as an empath, and you could have experienced some of these difficulties in this lifetime, certainly. This is a highly energetic planet, but also from prior lifetimes. You've incarnated with difficult family relationships that are really coming up now to be able to observe, resolve. So to me, through working with people and from my own energy work with myself, it's about incompletion, unresolved, conflict in our own centers, even conflicts between our head and our heart. I see a lot of conflict in the second energy center of the inner child and the third energy center, inner adult. A lot of us have this inner rebellion that can be unresolved experiences from prior lifetimes with family members, like I said, in the root chakra. If you felt like you started your purpose in one of these lifetimes and you got persecuted for it, then it would absolutely affect your stability and security in that lifetime. Does that make sense? And now here we are. Is it Groundhog Day? Are we experiencing this again? Or are we here to do something different this time? And again, from working with people very steadily for 20 years, more and more downloads, more and more directives. It's time to tap into even a new system. And so I've been drawn to the 12 Ascension Chakras, not just the 7 main ones I've been working with since 2010, but now we can take some conscious awareness. The system's in place. We just want to connect with it, attune to it. So I go back to the past life in the root chakra. That root chakra, now with the 12 Ascension Chakras, actually starts below the feet in the Earth Star chakra. So now we've got this extra power, really, I think, where we can connect below our feet to the Earth Star chakra, which has to do with grounding, heaven on earth energy. A lot of us are here to experience heaven on earth. Where's the heaven? It's right here. It's on the earth plane. So you can connect with that at the bottom of your feet, bring it into the crystalline grid of the earth, and start to tap into the divine energies really present for us here. Okay, so right now I feel guided. I'm going to bring some more of this awareness with the 12 Ascension Chakras and some more information on the past life through the different chakras, and really connect with my higher divine self, all of your higher divine selves, archangels, ascended masters, divine spirit to be with us. Asking for the highest and best to come through, highest and best that you could ever imagine. Thank you. We are in source energy and on pure and clear channel. Thank you, God. And so it is. All right. So that's another invitation, really, to when we want to be divine and human at the same time. Say a prayer, invoke higher divine energy. And it's there. Invoke your own higher self. A lot of it's, embodied. It's here. But we want to include that conscious awareness that we are, I am that I am. So we have that Earth Star chakra now that has the pristine energy of the heaven on earth. It's black and white, and it's connected with Archangel Sandalphon. Just to give you a little bit more awareness, that the colors are so powerful. They're great rays. So in fact, when I started this work with chakras, I didn't memorize all the chakras. Yogananda had said, if you can count to 6 and say, I am that I am at the top of your head, you're doing Kriya Yoga. So this was not meant to be complicated at all. So Sandalphon, black and white colors, Earth Star, put your awareness there. And then we can go up to the root chakra. It's resonated with the color red, but that's where all that separation is, right? That's where the conflict is. That's where the unresolved incompletions are. So now with conscious awareness, we can be aware that there's a platinum light here now. The red can move into a platinum color in our root chakra, where we can experience divine creativity and divine security. All right, so I'm getting a little bit of that second chakra too, because the chakras aren't separated so much in the 12 Ascension Chakras. They're integrated and merging. We work with all of them all at once. As I've said in my prayers, connected as above, so below. So you know that we're working with the entire system right now to bring it online a little bit more for you with awareness. And so with that understanding that you're bringing in the light rays, the archangels, the knowing, the divine knowing that the advanced level of your awareness is here to assist you in your ascension, you can move into the base chakra, from the Earth Star chakra to the root chakra. Yes, that root chakra is red with the platinum, Archangel Gabriel. So let me go over this again. Earth Star is black and white, Sandalphon, grounding in heaven on earth. The root chakra is red into platinum, it's Gabriel, and it's financial independence and divine security. Again, any past lives where you had family members perhaps that didn't approve of your divine gifts and your spiritual work, or medicine women have had some real ups and downs, and medicine men. I work with a lot of people that have had a lot of powerful lifetimes but felt thwarted due to different family situations, societal situations, conditions. And so with higher awareness, it just begins to resolve and the density can start to dissolve from your field. With the sacral center, that's always been an orange color, right? With creativity, but a lot of us have felt stuck creatively. A lot of people say, well, I'm not creative. So this center, when it really shifts into a higher energy, it goes into a pale pink. And creativity becomes something that isn't just a title like an artist. It's more like, how can I create my life, certainly in a way that I would choose to experience, or sometimes building homes, redecorating your home or apartment, and cooking, just applying that expression in the way of that center that doesn't have to have a title to it, just more fluidity and flow. It's the hub of creativity in the ascended chakra. And so it's there whether you believe it or not. That's the best part. It exists. So when you choose to attune to it and say, I am creative with that capital I and a capital A and a capital M, you invite that energy to create more inspiration so that it begins to flow. I can be watching the cooking channel and I will get a download about an entire coaching program or something like that. And I'm not even trying to do it. You see? So it's being in the flow, deciding I am creative because that is my divine birthright. And then the universe spirit says, oh, okay. So you're resonating with that. Here's some fun creativity for you. And then there's a navel chakra. That's a new chakra below the solar plexus and above the sacral chakra. That's a new chakra, so it's a new color, and that is a golden orange. I'll read your comment in a minute. Thank you, Corinthia. That's Archangel Gabriel again. Gabriel's got the lower chakras because a lot of us know how difficult it's been to really get ourselves resonating with Earth here, right? So Gabriel's a powerhouse with that. But that navel chakra is sociability and acceptance. Like I said, I've been working with these chakras for so long, and for so long we've had these pusher pulls, these inner conflicts about people trying to control us, or domination, manipulation, all that 3D stuff. That's such a center there, ready and able to transform everything into collaboration, no competition. I mean, talk about heaven on earth, right? So that's that powerful golden orange navel, new chakra. I'm going to keep going up a little bit with my channeling, and I will be absolutely go to your question, Francia. And I'm also going to pull some oracle cards at the end. So I have 2 different oracle card decks I've created. If people would like a card, I'm going to pull some. So then the solar plexus has been yellow, and now it's gold, and that's Archangel Uriel, and that's wisdom, intellect, and divine intelligence. So we've come to find out that the stomach is the second brain, right? What does that mean? It means it really does have a lot of clear feeling, clear sentience. It has intuition, right? We know about that gut instinct. It's an aptitude to be able to be really highly extrasensory, ESP, psychic, all these centers here with the heart and the solar plexus area. You can know in advance. You have wisdom. Your wisdom is throughout your physical body, not just in your head. The heart is a gateway to wisdom. The solar plexus. So when you feel that, you can feel divine knowing that yes, this is right for me. That's your inner wisdom, and that's absolutely your divine intelligence system working in your solar plexus. And again, past lives, where the past lives come in. Where have you felt thwarted in your power? Where have you gone along in your timeline? And then suddenly somebody disagrees with you, and then some kind of event breaks out, and you feel like you weren't able to complete your mission. And a lot of us have had lifetimes in, say, Atlantis, throughout history, historically, seers, prophets, spiritual people with spiritual energy here to heal and transform have been met with countering energy. So we can really amp up that energy and it dissolves. We're not fighting this. We're dissolving it with our natural energy, which is divine, right? And then we have the heart, which is pink and green. Now it's white. Archangel Shamuel, that's transformed grief, right? We understand, we may have heard all of the stages of grief, but how many of us were taught to really process? So applying unconditional love, what I call noble compassion, which stays out of pity and sympathy, and meet whatever it is with unconditional love. You can transform that center, and then that becomes an embodiment of that pure sense of love that is powerful and ascended. And then the throat chakra and past life too, of course, where we had relationships or disappointments. It can be love and personal relationships. It can be with pets. It can be with people, that sense of loss. But it can also be that sense of disappointment. Where do we feel like we didn't move ahead enough in different lifetimes? So these different things in past lives aren't just in one center. They can be all over the place. The throat chakra, sky blue. Now it's royal blue with Archangel Michael, that self-expression, communication. And it's the kind of discernment where you know that you don't necessarily have to share everything you know unless you choose to. It's using a lot of discernment. It's using your voice and your energy to communicate from your heart. And so that's really, in a superpower, I would say, if you are working with your ascended throat chakra, your self-expression is going to be a lot different than perhaps before you had that transformation. All right. And so the brow chakra with indigo, now it's crystal clear, Archangel Raphael, divine intuition. Like I said, I've been doing this work 20 years professionally. 10 years prior to that, I was painting, not realizing it was intuition. But then it's not just a gut feeling, it's divine intuition, it's communication, right? From your higher selves, from your divine guides, from source. So that divine intuition is a birthright, and time to claim it, right? Claim it and work with it. The crown chakra, violet, is now crystal clear, Archangel Jophiel, connecting with our higher selves, and divine energy, and all that is. I started calling my readings intuitive readings and angel readings to start, and then they became intuitive energy healing readings, because people were telling me they felt better after they worked with me. And Spirit said that's because you're bringing in divine energy with the divine team that I work with to transform the energy, as well as not just the words I'm saying and the information, but to bring in that energy from crown, right? Because we can. And then we have the causal chakra. That's the new one, 10th above the head. White, silvery white, Archangel Christiel, the feminine qualities of love and intuition. Divine feminine is very big, and men carry that energy too. So it's not just one or the other, it's both. And a really strong ascended causal chakra is going to help to balance any inconsistent energies on the planet, whether it's the wounded feminine, the wounded masculine, and help to transform. That's what we're here to do, right? And then the soul star chakra, magenta, such a powerful, they're all powerful, but that you can do a magenta flush and look at the color of magenta and fill your entire being with it. That's your soul star chakra, Zadkiel and Mariel, archangels. That's divine knowledge, cosmic wisdom, and from all lifetimes. So we can look at the entirety of our soul and not just transform the difficulty, but access the divine gifts and abilities that we have to carry through and work with more fully and more completely in this lifetime. Nothing unresolved, no hesitation, and just go for it, right? Because you can. No more fear. There's no fear. In fact, some of the chakras have had to deal with fear. The root chakra, the third chakra, they're vibrating so clearly and so purely of the magnificence of the color gold that it reduces and eliminates and dissolves the power struggles and the density around us. You're literally transmitting and transmuting energy when you can bring your conscious awareness to your ascended chakra system. And like Genji said, whether we have a title or not, we're doing mastery work. And then the stellar gateway is deep gold, constant permanent connection to divine guidance, connected to the central sun and source. And it's interesting because understanding, yes, we do have that permanent, constant connection. Doing this work as long as I have to say that there would be times when I would say, I'm working, and then I'm like, oh, I just want to be a regular person. And then Spirit, a few years ago, just like, you're you all the time. And really acknowledging that this is what we get to do in our lives for ourselves, not just at certain points. You know, meditation is so powerful, but we can have a walking meditation. We can be doing the dishes and have like mindfulness. So it's not just sometimes, it's all the time. So we're not just sometimes connected through the stellar gateway, we're always connected. And for me, I still say a prayer, that prayer I said earlier on, whenever I want to speak or paint or write or cook or anything, it just makes that, for me, that extra establishment of I am working from my higher being, you know, human and divine, both, but transforming the difficulty of the human experience into a divine heaven on earth experience. So right at the stellar gateway, we're gonna bring in that deep gold, and that is Metatron. Metatron's cube works beautifully. We're just gonna imagine everything transforming and so listen to them. Okay, dissolve it all, time, space, dimension, reality, holographic, energetic fields, thank you, guidance. So it is. And now we brought some more conscious awareness to these energies, and anything in your past life that's been hanging out in these centers can absolutely be resolved. It's time to get complete with everything. So let me see some of the questions. Can we fix our past life, something that was not nice happened that's giving another thing that's happening right now, make things right in this lifetime? Yeah, I do believe so. I immediately get there are divine laws. I love the science of this. I'm not one to really like to say I have an opinion on something and then think I'm right about everything. No, I like to rely on even the divine laws and what the divine laws says. So the divine law says that things can be made right through accessing divinity, whether it's forgiveness, unconditional love, transformation, that there's a lot of power in being able to clear the slate, so to speak. I feel like our perspective on something, what I've been really happy and honored to do for my clients is to be able to show them a perspective that they can see the bigger picture rather than a limited version of something they've experienced. And then it opens up and expands their energy into a field that just naturally becomes integrated with what has happened. So you're able to really make peace with that, if that makes sense, Lucia. It's not, I don't think it's really about is something wrong now made right, like a duality. I feel like energy can be transmuted, resolved. You can become complete. You can feel at peace. And yes, absolutely. Oftentimes, and for me personally, when I've been able to see the bigger picture and I ask for it, my guides show me, I see so much more of an entirety of a situation than I've allowed myself with my limited access to say, be upset with someone, and to see the bigger picture is really something. So that's important. I say, if I don't know the bigger picture, I know there is one. And yes, it's our job, I feel, to stay in a higher vibration, which naturally lends itself to resolution. So I hope that helps. And then Archangel Sandalphon and Council Trianta, they all have their indicative sacred geometry. Yes, absolutely, Nicole. They do. I'm going to grab some water here. Yes, these archangelic masters carry the color rays with the light codes, color codes, sacred geometry. And I like to say it works because it does. It's not an opinion. We don't have to wonder. It's accessible. It's accessible. So for me, I work with some of the spirals, infinity symbols, bring them through my field, work the archangel rays. There's all kinds of ways you can look up, even a little chart, whatever issue you're having in your life, know that each archangel is associated with those ascended chakras, is going to assist you in your journey. And wow, I did talk for a long time, so thank you, everyone. I was going to pull a few cards. So how do we do this, Shantana? Do I just dive in, pull one for the group?
Due to timing, I would just pull one for the group.
Okay.
Then what is your offer?
Okay.
Chat.
I hope this has been helpful and enlightening, everybody. A little fun. Wow, this card, I didn't know I had two in the same deck. This is from my Divine Self-Care and Spa Day Oracle. It's, let me see if I can say, birch medicine. Let's see that. Birch tree medicine speaks of new beginnings, growth, and rebirth. Our souls are evolving, and the power of renewal is available. Stay connected with nature. Okay. So just a group reading here as we connect with this birch tree medicine. Yeah, it really answers this more of this question, or it was Clarencia. Yes, we're capable of rebirth, regrowth. We can become new with renewal energy. This birch medicine does speak to a shaman energy, if you will. Medicine women, medicine men know the power. I feel like nature doesn't have certain kinds of belief systems and opinions other than divinity. So to be connected with that, I feel like there's also a message for each of us to understand, with, along with sacred geometry, which is inherent in nature, that the divine new earth is right before us. We are deeply connected to that. When we connect with the Earth Star chakra, remember, it's like our personal root system going into the crystalline grid of the earth. And we can become one and commune with divinity, just like we see in nature. Yes, and things can come up to release. The central sun is coming through. Great powerhouse to work with the central sun. Anytime I'm feeling any kind of way other than how I would choose to, I immediately send it to the light, send it to the central sun. Now, transform and transmute, never to return. Thank you, God, and so it is. So working with these superpowers, and know that you are a superpower yourself, will exponentially help you to clear and maintain your energy centers. Yes, Katrina says, yes, Earth Star chakra. Yeah, love the new chakras. I love sharing them with you, everyone. It's been a joy. And my offer, Shantana, should I talk about my 30-minute reading, or I have my free gift too?
I have your paid offer app.
Yes. Okay. So I am offering a 30-minute special past life through the chakras reading. I can clairvoyantly and clairaudiently read in your energy, 2 past lives at least. If we have more time, more will come through. I'll tell you why they're relevant. I'll be doing a chakra scan, looking specifically for past lives, why they're coming up for you now, and be able to describe to you historically places, countries, timelines, associations, where you haven't been resolved or still incomplete in those lifetimes, why it's coming up, and how you can access the divine gifts from those lifetimes. So yes, I'm looking forward to sharing that with people. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Wanda.
You guys, oh, sorry, let me put it back. I just shared, there we go. I just shared Anne's link down below in the comments, so please make sure that you grab that. Thank you so much, Anne. That was incredible.
Thank you. Love to all.
Thank you. Okay. Awesome. Lots of thank yous in the comments.